The new CD is called The Beekeeper, and it's got an interesting structure. You sort of have the songs in different gardens. Will you explain that to me?
Well, there's 6 gardens, and 6 was the key number here because in the honeycomb, of course, the cell of the bee is this hexagon shape, and that was our parallel with 6 gardens. All the songs live in one of these 6 gardens. Each song is sort of a short story of this woman's life.
And is there a theme related within each garden?
Yeah, there is. It's in the artwork, and it's really for you to find out what that is. I have the 6 gardens named and their photographs, and you find that in the packaging, and it's like a little story in itself.
And as you indicated, there's sort of a honeycomb shape throughout the entire CD packaging. That's clearly on purpose. There's no accident there.
There are no accidents here.
I was reading that sometimes you think that instrumentation has a male or female connotation. How did that affect the instrumentation in the writing of this particular CD?
Well, because The Beekeeper really, at its core, is about the joining of male and female, the sacred marriage. I'm not speaking of human beings necessarily. Of course, that's a level if you want to explore that. But it's within the being. The piano has always been feminine to me. I call them the girls, my Busendorfers. And this organ showed up. A husband put an organ in the piano room, and this B3 Hammond organ just waltzed into my life. And I would sit between the two of them, the organ here and the piano here. And there was this relationship that was going on. One hand would be here and one there. And it was heaven.
And also no accident on B3, I guess the Hammond B3, right?
See, that was an accident.
So there are some. And we might explain, too, because your stance at the piano is very unconventional. Is that because you're sort of used to playing both at the same time?
It's a very polite way of saying it, Elliot. It's been called all kinds of things, I guess. I'm very physical when I play. I feel like I'm an extension of the instrument, and she plays me, really. So I'm like a root. My legs are like roots of a tree that go into the earth, so that I'm very grounded when I play.
You don't write out a score. What is your process for writing songs?
I have my own manuscript, but really I work upon different kind of visual concepts. Even though I'm a sonic artist, I think of things. For instance, I have a sonic paint box. And instead of paints that make this up, I have rhythm phrases or a melody or a lyric. And these are little treasures that I collect along the way. The woman in the coffee shop, screaming her head off. This becomes part of my palette, my song palette. And I pull from this and the songs develop.
You have clearly a lot of male fans, but when you talk to female fans of yours, there's something about your music that really touches them deeply. Do you aim your music at other women?
No, I don't aim it at anybody. I think that I talk about relationships, whether it's with the outside world or the inside world, inside your door, or the outside coming into the inside. And maybe because of that, sometimes women are drawn to the way that another woman, peels the skin off. I talk about the tattoos underneath the skin. That's what really intrigues me about a person.
At the very same time you're putting together this new CD, The Beekeeper, you're putting together now a New York Times best-selling book called Piece by Piece. What was it like to work on these together?
It was really tricky. I don't recommend it. I don't think I would do that again. But I would run to the music, I guess, to seek solace from the demands of the book. Ann Powers would send me questions, and she would be in Seattle, and I'd be in North Cornwall, England. I would answer the questions early morning before my daughter would wake up, and it might take me 5 days to answer the questions. And so we had this conversation through cyberspace for 2 years, 2 women surviving the music business.
We've got to take a little break. When we come back, I want to talk more about the book and the CD as well, and the fact that you're working on them together. And I also want to find out a little more about Ann Powers for people who don't know who she is. We will be back after this quick break. More with Tori Amos.